I'm Jackie Nye, photo editor at Backpacker Magazine.
I'm Jason Stevenson, an associate editor at Backpacker.
And we're here today to talk about one of my favorite on-trail foods, and that's Gorp.
That's right, Jackie. In the June issue of Backpacker Magazine, we conducted a taste test where we had readers and editors submit recipes that we then tested basically by eating, trying to find the best of the bunch. And we actually have 5 finalists from that taste test, which we're going to showcase a little bit later in this video.
Can I just tell you, the biggest fan of Gorp right here. Biggest fan. In fact, I think that I'm the biggest fan that I can, say I deserve an award to be the biggest fan.
I don't know about that, Jackie. I'm a pretty big fan of Gorp myself.
Excuse me. Who ate the most in the taste test?
That would be you.
Right, that's what I thought. But all competition aside, you know, Gorp is so individual and so very, subjective.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know what other people feel like should be in their Gorp. For me, love peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
But for you...
I actually like peanut butter myself, too. Oh. But I happen to like milk chocolate, banana chips, cinnamon, all that good stuff.
I would like to know... Would you like to know, what the rest of the world thinks about Gorp?
That's true. It's a really big question. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about it that much.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Big question. So let's go find out. Excuse me, sir. A couple of questions for you.
Sure.
Do you know what Gorp is?
I do.
Oh, what is Gorp?
Gorp is a combination of things you put together for trail mix, basically.
Do you know what GORP stands for?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Cool.
Good old peanut and raisin. No, raisins and peanuts.
Right.
Sorry.
Take 2. No.
Okay, number. Anyway, so what is your favorite ingredient in Gorp?
My favorite ingredient, M&M's.
Okay, and second?
Peanuts,
Third?
raisins,
Let's go. 4?
dried cherries.
Dried cherries. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So
Yes.
let me ask you what your favorite ingredients in Gorp, what you would include.
Cashews and dark chocolate.
Wow. And, any third or fourth ingredients?
Raisins. More dark chocolate.
I like where she's going with this.
Walnuts. Nuts and chocolate.
Great. Well, thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
So do you know what Gorp is?
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
No good old raisins, peanuts, no?
No.
Okay, so here we go. Gorp is good old-fashioned raisins and peanuts. It's like a trail mix. You use it on the trail. Would you eat it?
Sure.
What would you put in it?
I have no idea.
Okay. Great. Can you tell he works for bicycling?
Hi, we're in the Royale cafeteria, and we're going to ask some more people about Gorp. Do you guys know what Gorp is?
I do.
What is Gorp?
It's the little snack mix you take when you go mountain climbing.
That's right. And have you been mountain climbing?
I have been mountain climbing.
Where have you gone?
Mount Whitney and Half Dome and several mountains in Germany.
My goodness, wow, that's great. Now, what would you guys put in your trail mix, in your Gorp mix? What would be your favorite ingredients?
M&M's.
M&Ms?
M&M's and peanuts and raisins.
And Liz? Yeah? Cranberries? Well, you guys would know the best foods to have, considering you work in the cafeteria.
Ooh, I think I got one right here. Let's go ask him what Gorp's got. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a few questions about Gorp?
I'm your co-host.
Oh.
Gorp. It sounds like it should be something chewy. So maybe some granola pieces, some raisins,
Okay.
some chocolate chips, of course, and maybe of course some nuts and things like that, and then some marshmallows maybe for to round it out.
Can you tell me what Gorp is?
I believe it's a food.
Right on the right track. It's actually a trail mix that backpackers will take with them on different hiking and backpacking trips. Now, knowing that, what would you put into your Gorp recipe?
Ooh, I don't know. Probably still a lot of healthy things. Nuts, raisins, pretzels. Maybe some sunflower seeds. I like sunflower seeds.
So, Jason, I'm kind of surprised that a lot of people don't know what Gorp stands for, including myself.
Peanuts and raisins, raisins and peanuts?
It's all the same, right?
Well, when you're on the trail, everything tastes good, especially Gorp.
Exactly. So let's get to our 5 finalists.
That's true. They're right here.
First up, Morning Glory.
Yeah, this was submitted by Ben Schumann from Shepherdstown, West Virginia.
Good stuff here. Good stuff. What was your favorite out of this?
You know, what I really liked was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. That was a nice surprise.
Have to agree. And I know that you'll agree with me on this one, is the peanut butter chips.
That's true, yeah.
Key, man.
That
key.
with the chocolate was great.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's take a look at the ingredients in this Gorp Morning Glory.
Next up, we have Island Paradise.
Yeah, and this was submitted by Steve Harder of Holtwood, Pennsylvania.
This is like chunk of dried fruit goodness, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, I got mangoes and let's see, papaya and pineapple in there. Yeah.
So good. So good.
Yeah, it very colorful as well. I have to say the little kids enjoyed this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what was your favorite ingredient in that?
In that one, I would have to say the yogurt-covered raisins.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was a nice surprise.
It was a nice surprise.
Well, let's take a look at the ingredient list for Island Paradise.
Our third finalist
Yeah.
is Mix Royale.
Submitted by Peter Flax, the executive editor of Backpacker.
And can I just say, just for the record, my favorite editor at Backpacker magazine?
Well, is that just because he put the finest ingredients that one could buy in this Gorp?
Perhaps.
That's true. And that was Peter's whole idea with this recipe. He got the choicest, most premium raisins and dark chocolate and smoked almonds and put them all together.
I think the coconut flakes was like the kicker for me.
And you know what we found is that the coconut flakes have to be kind of big because if they're small, they actually settle down to the bottom and it's harder to actually get them in a handful.
Exactly.
Well, we'll take a look at the ingredients that Peter put together for Mix Royale.
Next up, we got saddlebags.
Yeah, no, this one, I would call this the most controversial recipe that we have
I
here.
would have to say.
And it came from Bill Robideau of Sutton, Massachusetts.
This is just like the junk food junkie of junk.
Are those gummy bears?
Those are gummy bears. And holy crap, Fritos.
That's right. And beef jerky and honey roasted peanuts. This is sort of the Gorp that you eat and then you feel bad about yourself afterwards.
For weeks on end.
and actually, one thing about this Gorp we found is that the Fritos can get a little soggy after a couple days, so you definitely want to bring this on a day hike or put it together just right before you leave on a weekend trip.
Perfect.
All right, well, let's take a look at the rather devilish ingredients in this Gorp.
Our final finalist is Salty Dog.
That's right, submitted by John Dorn, the editor-in-chief of Backpacker.
This was a good blend, I have to say.
Very simple, but it had one surprising ingredient.
I think you're referring to these pretzels with filled with peanut butter.
And you know what, Jackie? I've always wondered, how do they get the peanut butter inside the pretzels?
I'm thinking gnomes injected.
Of course! I don't know why I didn't think of that. But you know what also made this great was the chocolate with the mega M&Ms, mega being important for a little bit extra chocolate.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the goldfish.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, let's look at the ingredient list for Salty Dog. So those are our 5 finalists.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And let me tell you, I ate enough of all of this.
Well, that's what we do here at Backpacker Magazine. We definitely put ourselves on the line, and I have to say that we're all going to be over at the gym quite a bit for the next couple weeks.
I hear you.
That's true. But if you don't mind, I think I'm going to... room and just watch like
Put the camera out.
wave of
It'll be like me in there.
Stay back. It's all mine.
Oh mine.
Oh, we're not that bad, are we?
I love. Woo!